Okay, everyone. It looks like there are plenty of people watching now, and I just want to once again introduce myself. I'm Manatt, and my company's called A Woman's Dharma. And I met Michal Shimoni online through Flora Abe's beautiful Art of Allowing courses, and we connected. And when Michal was on her way to visit and work with Flora, she stopped. I talked her into stopping in Chicago. And she did this most amazing painting course for women. I think there were about 10 of us. And we came, I can't show you the painting, unfortunately, I'm not in my home today, but we came with a simple picture of ourselves when we were younger. And even before she arrived, this process of looking through the pictures of myself as a little girl was so powerful. And we arrived in Chicago, and she helped us paint our little girl. And I'm not an expert painter. I started painting a couple of years ago. But this, being able to take any color I want and put it on a canvas and create my little girl looking back at me. She has this amazing process that makes it very lifelike, even for a beginner like me. I can't even tell you what that process was like. And so when she started talking about teaching this again, I wanted to come and talk to her about it because I had all these questions during the course, but of course I didn't want to take up all her time. So I thought I would come and talk to her a little bit about it. So that's how we got here. But let's start, Michal, with you, and tell me a little bit about your painting background. How long have you been painting? And
actually, since I remember myself, I was painting, and I was in the decoration. I don't know how to say it in English, but decorating the school. That was me. And the principal used to keep my paintings. She said, "One day you'll be famous," so she kept the paintings. And ever since, I studied art in different kind of schools and academies, and I still learn and take classes and go deeper, and my art changed so much as I change and I transform. Yeah.
I love this phrase that you have, ever since I remember myself. Beautiful.
Yeah.
There's another thing that Michal often says, which I am going to try to get correct. She says, painting is the medicine she brings and the medicine she receives.
Yes. Yes, it's a medicine. You know, you don't need to work. You don't need words. Children are coming to my classes and adults are coming to my classes, and I don't need to say anything. It's like the painting is reflecting back to them. And for me too, it saves me. It's like I go into another space and another realm, and it was always a medicine for me. I've been through stuff in my childhood, like many of you, and it was always like something to take me to another place. Yeah.
So tell us about when did this idea or the seed of working with youth come to you?
I've actually started working with youth, children in 1995. But this idea of youth painting their self-portrait, I'm doing it for 4 years. And it started from a mother that her daughter was coming to her bat mitzvah age, which is 12. And she said, "Can you do anything for my daughter?" And this idea just came to me like that. Self-portrait with a projector, because she didn't know how to paint, and I wanted to do something easy and quick, and this is how it started. And I was so amazed to see what it does to the children I worked with, and it developed so much since then to the course that you've been through, that I'll tell you later about it if you want, how it developed from working with children to working with women as well.
I just love it. I have so many clients who work with youth or children, or even just people I know, and they're constantly asking, do you know any way, anything I can do for my child, or a ceremony or a ritual I can do as a coming of age? Because I think we're very aware in this country that we don't really mark coming of age as, well, I shouldn't say in this country, at least the people that are not Jewish, because as you've done, you've so beautifully marked a bat mitzvah with these young women. And I think you had at least one boy on his bar mitzvah, right?
A few of them.
Mm. You know, and so people are looking for this way to honor such a difficult time, at least for me, as we're growing up. So it's just exciting to see this, and I know a lot of women are really interested. Oh, we have all these beautiful women coming through.
Wow, thank you for joining us, Angela, Lorraine, and yeah.
I want to talk about the
Yes.
paintings behind you, because I know they're so curious. But first I want to tell everyone listening, Michal loves the little dancing hearts. So if you have a chance, sometime during the broadcast, send her a little dancing heart so she can see them. You don't need to just love or like the button and it'll come across. Okay. All right. So Michal, please tell us about your painting. This is you, huh? I see it on your on the right.
This is me as a little girl, and this is a painting of a little girl from an Arabic village next to where I live. She's a daughter of our friend, and I saw her, and the way she looked at me was like penetrating my heart. She was like shameless the way she looked at me, and I felt like my heart was like crying for peace. Like, why do we have to be like, why can't we live in peace? So I had to make this painting, and I call it Reign of Peace. And that one actually started because when I was working with the children, their mother said, what about us? We also want to paint our portraits. So I thought I'd better do one myself before I want to experiment. How does it feel to paint myself with a projector? And I was going through so many photographs of my adult self, but I couldn't find one that inspired me to paint. And then my father sent me a photograph of myself when I was about 8 or 9. And I felt like I'm in love with this girl because she was looking at the camera. She was not smiling. She didn't care. She didn't have all this conditioning yet. There was something wild about this girl, and I felt like she is me. And so I connected with her and I asked her, okay, little girl, what colors do you want? What do you want to do? So I started a whole painting from this little girl essence, and I connected with her divine essence, not the little girl that was a victim of different things. And it was so amazing. And right after that, you invited me to Chicago, and you did it. So yeah, I wonder how it was for you to paint your amazing painting. I wish we could show them what you did.
I'll post a picture of it in the comments below after we're finished.
Oh, great.
She's in storage with my furniture right now.
Oh.
Poor thing. She's really big, so I couldn't take her in the car. I found the same. I found that as I was painting my little girl, if you remember, she had no mouth, and there was almost looked like a swoop across her mouth, like a gag, really, a piece of cloth or something keeping her from speaking. And ooh, the emotion's gonna come. The picture I found to paint for myself that was calling to me was very painful, because it was a picture of my family. And remember, in the old days, there was always a little stamp of the year. And I realized it was the year that my parents divorced. And so you could see the two older children, myself and my sister, were in some pain. My brother was smiling. I think he was too young to understand what was happening. So I remember not having a voice. I was not allowed to speak to my father about his leaving. And so I felt this really deeply. And during that, what was it, 2 days, love? Did we paint for 2 days?
Yeah.
She would not let me paint her mouth. It came many months later, and still it was not a smile. It was, it's a process. So let me just say that now she's feeling more smiley, and I don't think I'm finished painting her. That's what I love about painting, and what I didn't understand is that you can actually keep adding layers and layers. So more layers to come. You'd be happy to know she does have a mouth now.
Right.
But she's not speaking much yet. So I didn't expect it to be this incredible process. I think we should all paint our little selves.
Yeah, so the course that I'm going to begin this Friday is actually for our artists, beginner artists, and people who want to teach this to children. And part of the process, the last process will be this, painting our little girls as well and connecting with her.
I think
so
it's
you can come again, Anne, and complete the painting. Yeah.
Take a happier picture. I think this is amazing, and I think it's a point that this course you speak of, Michal is going to be teaching. She's teaching facilitators, so parents, teachers, youth advocates, how to actually do this with young people or anyone really. But the piece that I don't know if people really understood is that you actually go through this process to learn how to do it. And I want you to tell me about that a little bit, Michal, because you were talking about the children when they come.
Yeah.
About how you don't use words much.
Right. Yeah, we're going to go through the process and step by step the way I show it to the kids. And the way I work, people ask me, so how do you show them who they are? I mean, is it like art therapy? And no, for me, art doesn't need words. It's the way I am present with the children and the way I respect them. And they are standing in front of a big easel and a huge canvas. Children, they used to paint like this, very, very small. So suddenly it's a big canvas. So they already feel very important and very excited. And that's the first step. And so it's the presence, it's seeing them that helps them see themselves. It's the most important thing, I think. And I remember, when I was very young, I remember many things that teachers told me. I didn't like teachers so much, but I remember things they told me for better and for worse. And there were not many, but the things that I remember the most is those that I felt like they saw me, like a teacher was passing through the corridor and she said, "Oh, Michal, what are you doing here?" And I was in tears almost, just because I felt she's seeing me, and I was so longing to be seen. I know it starts from me seeing myself, really, but if I can help, if you stand in front of a canvas and you paint yourself, so you start looking at yourself from a distance.
Yeah.
And the way you treat the painting is the way you treat yourself. So this is what I say to my students. Watch how you treat yourself. Do you treat yourself with respect? Do you criticize yourself? But the process is so easy that, and light, after so many years of doing it, I found a way to make it so simple. So it's very easy to be successful.
I have this experience. Yeah, it was so simple. But okay, so I just the process, without you saying anything, becomes therapeutic. Yes. And yes, I saw this little girl who wasn't happy, and I remembered what that felt like, which was not that much fun. But I got to work with it in any way that I wanted to. And of course, this is what I love about painting and color. I want to tell everyone who's watching now, if you have any questions for Michal, please, any question, haha.
Well, I don't know.
Please type it on the screen and I will ask. I'm just looking now to see if there's any from before.
You remind me that one of the girls asked me if there is a God, or was it in a painting session? Is there a God, or was it just a big bang? And I told her, do you want to know the truth, the real truth? And I said, I don't know. But what I know is that you are the God of this sea that you've just painted. So I don't know all the answers.
Don't you all wish we could actually go to Israel and paint with Michal in her beautiful home?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
She's in her living room and I can see she's got one of her beautiful zebras behind.
I don't know if you can.
Aww.
Zebra and beautiful windows to, oh, it's getting dark.
Can you show us the raven?
Forest. The raven. Let me see if you, I don't know if you can see it. It's a small part. Do you see a raven?
Yeah, there he is.
Great.
I love this painting.
Me too.
Okay, I don't see any questions coming through. Maybe we're able to really answer everything. But I do want to say that if you're interested in going on this journey yourself, join with Michal. And if you're interested in sharing this journey with others, she's also going to teach you how to do that. Now, tell us more about the course that you're going to be teaching, Michal.
Just before that, you said something, and I said something that I wanted to mention.
Please.
You just said, I love this painting, and I said, I love it too. And it's something I can only say in the last 3 years. I'm painting for many, 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 many years, and my critics was so good. Very, very, worked very well. And in the last 3 years, I feel like I've dropped all the ideas about what an artist should be. And I'm painting from, it's almost like channeling or a healing or a medicine place of listening within. And I feel like what comes through me is not, it's not me in a way. I can't criticize it. It's like, oh my God, how did this happen? What did I do? I didn't do anything. So, yes. It's a big thing for artists because this is how we learn in school, is the critic. And the way we get, the way the teacher teaches us is critic. Oh, you did this like this, you did this like this. You need to fix this, you need to fix this. So my whole approach is everything is okay. Yeah.
Everything is okay.
All is well.
When we were in Chicago with Michal, there was a couple of women in a porch. We were at Kathleen Brigadina's house. Thank you, Kathleen. And there were a few women inside, and you were just weaving in between us like a butterfly, just from one to one. Nothing, you know, if I had a question as you walked by, you would answer me, but you never came and told me what to do. It was great. Thank you so much.
Only if you ask for it, I do it. But it's such a, like when you paint, you are like in a trance and we're talking with this little girl, so I didn't want to break the connection. So if you asked, I would say, and yeah. I was just holding space. I was just making sure that the space will have the right atmosphere so people can be in this trance. So me and Kathleen, we were
toys. Didn't you bring some toys or some bubbles or?
Kathleen brought some bubbles and toys, and we were having fun. Yeah.
Because she knew the girls would want to play.
Yes.
Angela says she has. Angela, do you have a question? She says she has one, and she needs a moment to come up with it.
Okay. Hi, Ariel. Oh. She says that her internet is weak. Well, we'll have it recorded. What? Right?
Yes. As soon as we're finished, it's going to be on your page, recorded. It'll be there for everyone.
Yeah.
So if you are watching this after the live recording, please post questions below. I know Michal, I know she will be answering any question or most questions later. Okay, so let me read
Angela,
this. Angela says, these children, Michal, do they come to you by their own choice or how does it come to pass? Oh, because my experience at school and with children and teens is often very difficult.
Yes.
I wonder, are you an art teacher, Angela? Or so how do they come?
By choice, always, always, always. Because the mother has so many ideas for the children, but I want to make sure that the child, they want to do it. And I'm lucky. I do it they come to my house, to my studio. Yeah.
And so is there a process that you use if a parent says, I want to bring my daughter or son? Do you somehow?
Yes, sometimes I tell them, if the child is hesitant, I tell them that they can come and talk with me and talk with me on the phone as well. So we break the ice and I ask them questions and sometimes they come with the mother and they come and they see the paintings and I tell them what I do and I ask them. I never come as a teacher, always like, eye level, we call it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Tamara. Tammy, thank you.
Tammy.
Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, I've worked with youth too. It's a challenge. It's an absolute delight and an honor, but it's a challenge.
Yes. It's different when they come without their parents. And some children who have more difficulties, sometimes it's good that they come just by themselves, because when they're just with me, they behave completely different when they're with other children or with other kids, and they can be more calm. Even some children that have they can't, I don't know how to say, they can't concentrate.
Yeah.
It's really amazing that when they paint, if they want to do it, they can concentrate for hours, and it's always unbelievable. The parents can't believe it, but it's happening. It happened.
So do the parents come with them or no?
They just bring them and take them, but it's not good because the parents affects them.
Yeah.
And I can be in the class with them and I can show them how to blend colors, how to blend from light to dark. And they start paint the sky from light to dark. And then the mother comes in and suddenly they just smear one color. Immediately, it's immediately.
Wow.
And the behavior is immediately of like a little child, but when they're with me, they're not behaving like little children, like people.
Yeah. Oh, you're pointing out what this rite of passage is, and it's from the time of being a child, and the mother says, "Do this, do that," and moving into her own sovereignty.
Yes.
Ah, so exactly. Precious.
Yeah.
Jean's so cute. She says, Michal, Jean was with us in Chicago, and she says, Michal delights in every person and each beloved little girl. Chicago was such a wonderful experience.
Thank you, Jean. Flora, hi.
Hi,
Thank
Flora.
you. So happy you're here.
It's like a reunion. I love it.
Yes, Flora Bays. Yeah.
Meg
Flora Bays.
Trying to come.
What did she say?
She said, I love that.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
You're so cute, Michal. You're supposed to be being interviewed and you're like reading all the...
Well, they jump into my screen.
Okay. I've never experienced on the other end. It's wonderful.
I'll be more passive.
Yeah. So if people want to go on this journey with you, how can they do that?
Well, register to the course on the landing page. And there is also a special coupon for the people on the call, 10% off.
Ooh. Okay,
and it's online. It's online. There are 28 videos. I didn't post them all on the course yet. 28 videos. Yeah, I don't. If you ask me, I'll talk about it. But yeah. Simple.
Talk about it, please. I'm just posting the link.
Yes, okay, so it's a 5-month course, a 5 weeks course. It was supposed to be 3 months, but then 3 months with supervision and going deeper into the little girl and painting from a childlike place. But I figure it's a bit maybe too expensive, so I condensed almost everything into 5 weeks to make it affordable for as many people. And the first 4 weeks are a lot about the technique that I do with the children, and every chapter is actually a meeting with the kids, and it's step by step the way I show it to them. So it might be even a bit slow, but it's because it's a lesson that you can always use when you work with children. And you know what? You can use it with everybody, not just children. You can take this, because we all have this little child in us still, so you can use it to work with anybody, really. And the last week of the course is connecting with the little girl, but with her divine essence or knowingness. Because when we were little, I know that I knew something that I lost. I didn't lose it, no, but I didn't want to forget when I grew up, because I was in touch with the magic. It doesn't matter what happened, and things happened in my life that wasn't easy, were tough. But there were moments that I was in touch with magic, and we have that. And we have a wise child inside of us that came from somewhere else. Yeah.
I love this one. Yeah. I remember, it's like accessing the ancient wisdom before the culture put other ideas on us.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, we don't even know. It's a mystery. It's a big mystery, and it comes through from the paintings, because we don't have much knowledge, but through the paintings suddenly you get symbols and images. Yeah, this is what I learned from Flora Ave. Actually, is the connection with the spirit part, this place of magic. That is not my head. Yeah, something else.
Beautiful. Any more questions for anyone? Please post. Oh, and now, just as we're ending, the raven has come back. Standing and drinking in the fountain in front of me. Unbelievable.
That's amazing. It opened the session and closes the session.
Yeah, I've never seen it before here. Wow. Michal, I love talking with you. I could talk to you all day long.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. I'm feeling very honored that you're here, that you've joined us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.
I'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Love you, sisters. Bye-bye.
Bye.